Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage concludes negotiation. FRSC embarks on enlightenment campaign to Ogere in Ogun State. Plus, updates from the world of sports. Good evening and you're welcome to Channel 12 News. I am Lekon Agbonde. The Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage had concluded negotiation with government and the organized private sector, agreeing on the sum of 62,000 naira new national minimum wage and organized labor standing on 250,000 naira. Recommendation of the committee will be presented to President Bola Tinubu for consideration and presentation to the National Assembly. Joseph Austin reports.
After the leadership of the organized labor signed an agreement with representatives of the federal government to return to the negotiation table on new national minimum wage, negotiations resumed at the Tripartite Committee on New National Minimum Wage last Tuesday. Since then, it has been intense engagements lasting 6 to 8 hours at times, with parties breaking into clusters to dialogue on critical issues before reconvening back to the Committee of the Whole to make presentations.
The organized private sector and the federal government and the government have agreed on a figure 62,000. The organized labor is still asking for 250,000. But at the end of the day, what is very important is that there is this conviviality. We are talking, is a discussion, and no hostility anymore.
The sum of 250,000 naira should be the what would be okay as the minimum wage. So we forward it to Mr. President, and Mr. President will make a recommendation to the National Assembly, and we'll keep pushing to ensure that we have a wage that is that stands the test of time.
And the recommendation today came as a result of deeper understanding and deeper studies of all the economic indices, the current inflation situation, the state of the economy, affordability, ability, capability, sustainability.
An inclusive democratic process with a smooth landing at the end.
This is a process where you bring your best argument, and the Labour have participated, and they have, of course, presented a different view, a different argument, and both views are going to Mr. President. But that is the beauty of this.
And then, having come to this end, I believe that we have to move forward. So I'm satisfied.
Now that the Tripartite Committee has completed its work and the President is expected to present an executive bill to the National Assembly, the ball is now in the court of the 10th Assembly, who can now reduce or make an increment on any of the figures. In Abuja, Joseph Oten, NTA News.
The federal government has flagged off the distribution of foodstuff as palliatives to the vulnerable in the 20 local government areas of Ogun State. The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Zubaida Umar, performed the official symbolic handing over of the foodstuff to Ogun State government in Abeokuta for onward distribution to the beneficiaries. Details in this package.
Of the federal government of Nigeria hand over to Ogun State government the above stated food commodities for onward distribution to the deserving vulnerable Nigerians in the state.
That was the official symbolic handing over of assorted food commodities to the chairman of the 20 local government areas of Ogun State for onward distribution to the vulnerables across the state. The Director General, National Emergency Management Agency, Zubaida Umar, represented, who notes that the federal government is truly committed to alleviating the suffering of Nigerians, urged Ogun State residents to effectively utilize the food commodities.
Ogun State has been allocated 15,600 bags of 50 kg bags of eggs and 3,760 25 kg bags of gari. Based on the directive of Mr. President, 20% of the food items due for each local government area should be given to religious organizations and 3% to be given to boarding schools in each of the local government areas.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun represented appreciates the federal government for the continuous support to the state, promising to prioritize the needs of the people in the distribution of the food palliatives.
Maize, dairy, and other essentials represent more than sustenance and essential items. We are delivering hope, security, and a promise that no one will be left behind. They symbolize our collective commitment to the principles of equity and compassion.
A committee of stakeholders for the effective distribution of the assorted food commodities has been constituted at the local government area level. You recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently approved the release of 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities like maize, millet, sorghum, gari, among others, from the National Strategic Reserve in the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for distribution nationwide. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has sworn in 4 new permanent secretaries with a charge on them to be more committed to the Building Our Future Together mission of his administration. Government House correspondent Akim Jimo reports.
The newly sworn-in permanent secretaries rose through the ranks to become directors in their various ministries before their new appointments.
The Constitution. So help me God. So help me God.
While congratulating the new appointees, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun charged them to discharge their duties with utmost zeal, professionalism, determination, noting that they were appointed based on merit, hard work, and their wealth of experience.
I urge you to work together as team players with other management officers to preserve the proud legacy of excellence that our predecessors have bequeathed us. Our administration is committed to strengthening the public service, ensuring it remains efficient, transparent, and accountable in executing government's activities.
The new appointees, while thanking Ogun State Governor, promised that their new positions will spur them to do more and discharge their duties effectively.
For this honor, it is more service to the upliftment of the glory of Ogun State. My promise is that I will serve with all my best.
To ensure that the state move forward, God will help us to be efficient, diligent in discharging those roles.
One of the appointees, Bernard Olanrewaju Ogunyinka, is a member of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Ogun State Council, and until his new appointment was a director at the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy. In Abeokuta, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
609 graduates of the School of Psychiatric Nursing have bagged the post-basic registered psychiatric nurse certificate of the Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Aro, Abeokuta, with mandate of making mental health treatment be at par in line with the international best practices. This was at the 7th combined convocation ceremony comprising 14 sets from 2009 to 2022-23 sessions. Yemi Dalemo reports that Medical Director of the Center, Dr. Paul Agbola, promised to produce more mental health practitioners that will cater for the mental health needs of Nigerians.
The School of Psychiatric Nursing, Aro, Abeokuta, which is the first school of psychiatric nursing in Nigeria and Africa, was established in 1955. The federal government institution says it will continue to produce more qualified and licensed psychiatric nursing experts for the geopolitical zones of the country. The Federal Ministry of Health and the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria tasked the graduates to be committed to the policy of taking care of patients professionally, which will assist in demystifying mental health illnesses and allow patients to come out and embrace their services.
As mental health nurses, we are supposed to maintain the quality of care, working through the levels of healthcare services, even in the community, the primary health care centers to actually demystify mental illness.
Our time here at School of Psychiatric Nursing Abeokuta has been filled with unforgettable moments, growth and shared achievements. We have not only acquired knowledge, but also developed resilience and camaraderie.
Medical Director of the hospital, Dr. Afis Agbola, explained that more nurse tutors have been engaged for the proposed general nurse program of the institution and announced automatic employment for any of the graduates interested in lecturing.
The hospital is not only known for mental health services, but also runs general medical practice where various consultants like obstetricians and gynecologists, pediatricians, gynecologists, general surgery, endocrinologists, neurologists, and radiologists have been engaged as part of the workforce of this hospital. And they provide integrated general medical services, but not neglecting our core function of mental health.
High point of the occasion was the presentation of the graduates as graduates of School of Psychiatric Nursing Abeokuta, award of certificate of attendance, and the presentation of prizes to the best graduating students in each of the 14 sets from 2009 to 2023. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has reiterated its warning against transportation of human beings and animals along the ever-busy Lagos-Ibadan Expressway to ensure that the safety of every road users plying the route. This was at an enlightenment campaign organized by the Ogun State Command of this Corps for drivers of trucks and articulated vehicles in the Ogere axis of the expressway. Sheyi Ogunbayo reports.
The enlightenment campaign specifically targeted truck and trailer drivers as well as owners of the vehicles often used to transport livestock from the northern part of the country to the Kara market in Ogun State. The campaign focuses on the dangers of transporting animals and human beings in the same vehicle, which has now become a major concern to road safety experts. Ogun State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Anthony Uga, while addressing the gathering, emphasizes the need to desist from the practice of carrying animals, goods, and humans in large numbers on the same vehicle.
They carry like 70 animals and carry up to 100 persons. And this translates to a horrible experience when there are crashes in terms of rescue. And this is very bad, and that is why we are carrying out this campaign. And this campaign was directed by the FRSC High Command, that from the point of embarking on that journey to the point of where they disembark, there should be an engagement. And henceforth, there is going to be an outright enforcement.
This campaign will reduce the casualty and the accident on our main roads in Nigeria. And this campaign is all over the nation.
We want to really continue to partner with you, making sure that that your effort will not be in vain. So what we do is that we are putting in a lot to ensure that your own goal, which is your own vision, are accomplished.
FRSC says with the ongoing effort and continuous enlightenment of drivers, achieving a safe and reduction of crashes along the ever-busy Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is not just a possibility but also achievable.
The Chief Executive Officer of Oni Electronics in Abeokuta, Chief Mojisola Oni Quadri, has inaugurated a new housing estate project belonging to IAS Homes and Properties in Wasimi area of Abeokuta, Ogun State. Oyinkansola Ojelade reports that the inauguration of the estate is part of the activities marking the 8th-year anniversary of the company.
Inaugurating the new estate project, the CEO of Oni Electronics at the Yalaji of Shapon Market, Chief Mojisola Oni Quadri, says the project will help to reduce the housing deficit in the country and allow more Nigerians to own their dream houses. She commended the resilience of the business owner and promised her support to every innovation that inspired the youths to excel and foster communal growth.
As a Yalaje of a market, I appreciate youths that are trying their best to go from low class to a better class. And if we are with him, encouraging him, he will go from grass to grace.
The event, which featured the presentation of gifts to customers of the company, had in attendance the Oni Wasimi of Wasimi, Oba Sufianu Adisa, Chola Osho, Chief Kola Olotun, among other eminent personalities. In Abeokuta, Oni Konsala Ojelade, NTA News.
And that concludes Channel 12 News for tonight. I am Lekon Agbonde. Good night.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Newgate Exclusive Hotel and Event Center will have various rooms for lodging and accommodation, executive suites, double and single chalets. Come and have a 5-star experience in hospitality. We have a bar where we sell varieties of wines and drinks. Our restaurant is second to none with mouth-watering dishes, African cuisine, continental and local dishes, all at affordable prices. Our event space is suitable for all ceremonies, be it social or corporate. We'll have a big parking space and our environment is conducive for all. Our security is watertight and we have 24 hours power supply. We are located at Kwame Road at Beloba, Abeokuta, Ogun State. You can reach us on 006-081-0672. Newgate Exclusive Hotel and Event Center, your sure bet in hospitality.